Welcome to another segment of Taking Social Services to the People. This is an unscheduled shooting, but they say preparation makes you ready for the unexpected. This is unexpected, and it's really a response for a community leader and from a community leader who has a heart of a humanitarian. On Monday, we are scheduling programs, Taking Social Services to the People at 9:30, and this morning I got up and I saw two photographs with two elderly people in really heartbreaking conditions. And this young lady, she said, these are people that need our help desperately. I found out even after that she is, as a part of her community contribution and spirit, she and her relatives have been helping to take care of these people. And so we brought her in here to social services to meet with the officials. And the security, Mr. DeVoe, is standing here because let me tell you something. This isn't here for the photo. This is what they do every day. And we're going to take our country up when we celebrate those who routinely execute excellence. So what you see is who we are every day. And here we know that this is a social influencer and always reaching out, raising funds for the marginalized, for the unfortunate. What made you send me those photographs today? And let me first of all welcome you and thank you so much for coming to Taking Social Services to the People.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I in a couple of different group chats and I saw the video. He went in the chat, so I said, it was Bartlett. And I saw the seniors were speaking and one of them talk about love. So how someone care about them. And I said, hold on, this is what I'm talking about. Because for the past few months, like the seniors in our area, they don't really have no one to look onto them. And most understandable, East Street is a poor area. So some live in wooden houses, some use candles. So when I saw that video, this is what I'm looking for right here.
Hey, so we have to, the key to what we're doing, and we're going to start moving in, because what I want to do is introduce you to some of the decision makers responsible for senior citizens. Because we can't do this alone. You have taken your own resources and you've been helping, and your resources ain't what it need to be, what we may want it to be, but you have sacrificed and you have done it. Tell us a little bit. We're going to talk more of it when we go upstairs and meet our officials, but so what does it mean to you, and what is it that you do that drives you to sacrifice? And you told me that you are pouring your limited resources and from the help of other sponsors into their lives. What does that mean to you?
Well, me, it's personal. It means a lot because growing up as a child, like all of us went to the pump, using pushing the trolley, and now we adults and we see another generation do it. And then like growing up next to the government complex, East Street, like the same thing, like watch neighbors come around, rest and early, children stay home because they don't have no lunch money, children stay home no uniform. So what I do, I start to show love. Like I get used uniform, new uniforms, like I try to do things different, like to try to break a curse, you know what I mean? And try out the community. And I waited for someone older to do it, but they said no one to do it, so I gave it a try. When I first started, I didn't have much hope. Then I started seeing the donations and people started bringing the stuff, and I did my videos, and the videos help a lot. So and that might be a little touching too, but it's make you feel good and that you did well by God.
That's it. Listen, you almost make me feel, teary-eyed and all this. As we go and we walk through, I want you to meet. I tell him, see this fella right here, Mr. Lewis? I tell him he got the best walk. We don't have time to see his walk today, but this is our service every day. And listen, I want you to meet, this is my princess over here. Oh, I just love her so much. We have a special guest today. Yeah, this is Miss Kitty Chipman. Yeah, we're gonna take her upstairs, okay? So we'll be there for a while. Yes. All right. Yes. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this because one of the things you can see who's joined us, we're joined by some of our social services seniors. And you know, what is so exciting about it? They are excited about this opportunity. I'm going to introduce you to them, and we're going to get down to business, because right after this, we're going to go down to meet the Director of Gender and Family Affairs, where we're going to talk a little bit about some long-term planning. Long-term, that's me, not so long-term, like July. We're going to have something special for our month of patriotism. We're going to meet the Permanent Secretary, and then we're going to hit the road. And let's meet these senior citizens who we are going together help lift and strengthen their families. Stay tuned, we'll be back in a moment.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals.
Let's unite for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
I want to welcome you back to this very special segment of social services, taking it to the streets. We brought it here to social services first. Then we're going to go to the streets, because I think you need to have some background. And really what you see in the room is just a microcosm of what we can do, what is happening in boardrooms that we have no access to, or communities in the public-private sector, communities working together to get things done. So we thought we will share with you the process on how we are practically identifying solutions for the flight of our, the Honorable Algernon Allen used to say, our darlings. He used to call the elderly our pearls, gave that dignity. And this is what we're after, that restoration of love and community. We just heard our special guest and humanitarian talk about what motivated her is the love she sees missing and the love that we need. So she is motivated to express that love by reaching out to those people who are in need. And I'll tell you, there's something special about that perspective. Again, our special guest, Kitty Chipman, love is known by the action it prompts. And that's what we want, this wave of love to permeate our communities. When we have love, we don't have murder. No, we're not disrespectful to one another, no. And so we want to just put the solution on the table of these two pearls that are in dire straits. We are going to meet their family shortly, and we're going to come up with some solutions and how we can help in the immediate and hopefully in the long term. So welcome again, and I want to introduce you to our social worker, Ms. Dione Hall, and then we have our assistant director, Ms. Eartha Shallow, who has stewardship over senior citizens and other departments. So in other words, what am I saying? You got decision makers at the table. Yes. So this is who I talked to you about. You all have seen the video that she sent me. And I want you, Kitty, to tell her who these people are and what you think they need.
Okay. Arlington Bowl. Yes. The people in the community call him Uncle Rusty. It's like he have everyone. Make sure the kids go to school in the community, stuff like that. He live in a wooden house. No running water. He have a son, big son live next door. But right now he don't have a voice. Something in the throat, the lungs, a hole. So I bought him a book today with a pen so he could write. There's no voice coming out. I think he need help. Like the family members told me that he walked out of the hospital. Like when he being age, he being rude to the nurses, like being rude doing the bad thing, so he walk out. So they don't. The family members they're not sure if he supposed to do a surgery or he had to pay for a surgery or when they come back, no date, no one have no follow-ups. Like, but he outside, I meet him outside. I'm in the chair. Every morning out there. I stop them.
So how long has he been in this condition?
Over 3 months.
About 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's the second. Well, what about the second?
But Shirley Gibson, she's been from Miami. Winifred Taylor, she's there for many years. Her kids, she have one kid will live with her, but he lives spectrum. He's a man like in his 50s, but he lives spectrum. So Miami stay with her.
So when you say you live spectrum,
Special, you mean?
Special.
Slow.
Yeah, he can work and everything, but like
Autism?
damaged by rum.
oh,
We really know. We take advantage of it. People take advantage of him.
He's still in that condition?
Yeah, he drinking yesterday, but this morning he's good. This morning I talked to him.
Okay.
She had some bad sores like in January. My auntie got my lemon sweet clinic.
So she's bedridden?
She had some bad, yes ma'am, she can't walk. She has some bad sores, she's digging through them. So my auntie went and got nurse some lemon sweet and they deal with that, stuff like that.
I think you still get community nursing services, eh?
Yeah, they come.
Fleming, she told us, I know the nurse for Fleming Street. I'm familiar with her.
you familiar with the nurse?
Yeah.
So that's good. So I think we've gotten enough information, eh? So let's here, one of the things, let me just make this suggestion. One of the things we get impatient with sometimes is quote unquote bureaucracy, but sometimes bureaucracy helps. And I want to suggest that we invite the permanent secretary in. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's our signature. And when the more we can get a team approach in life, this is just a principle. If we get people involved through the process, we didn't start with the permanent secretary or the minister. We start with the people who are directly responsible. She called me. I got into touch with the people. And by the way, I don't do this work, but that's what love does. You take initiative. You are not a social worker, but you unofficially are. You're taking the initiative. And so as we in social services, the heartbeat of the nation, seek to build family, family comes from communication and mutual respect, undergirded with love and a vision to help each other succeed. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, I am going to ask our associate producer here, Kenneth Clark, to please, let's get the, I know she's going to be surprised, okay? But just tell her, put on her camera smile, hey, hey, and we'll be right back. The acting director of the Department of Social Services is on a shared mission to facilitate help, hope, and opportunity for Bahamians who are in need.
Certainly, when a person is struggling and is in difficulty, they can expect us to assist them as best we can. That is our mandate.
Temporary housing is designed to offer immediate relief during difficult times. but it's crucial that individuals move on as soon as they're able.
There's always a long line of persons who need temporary placement, so we cannot really keep somebody in a temporary shelter indefinitely.
The disruption of the traditional Bahamian family has significantly strained the energy and resources of social services.
If a sister failed to take care of her children, her siblings would take care of their nieces and nephews, etc., or the grandparents would do so. People have moved away from that.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Yeah, so from the beginning of the show, we've been telling you about this meeting. This is like a think tank that is going to bring transformation. We're just so committed to being a part of the fabric that is strengthening family. Family comes from the word famulus, and that means it doesn't have to be the bloodline, but it's people with the same heart condition. As you know, social services is the heartbeat of the nation. And I'll tell you when things are just divinely directed. Yesterday we were sitting in this boardroom. Yes. This is the director of Gender and Family Affairs. Mm-hmm. But I said to Ms. Chipman, I said, you know what? Our director was just saying, I want to do something that is sustainable.
Yes.
In the inner city, particularly to make the statement in July when we have Family Week. Mm-hmm. And she said, it's not just for that week, but we want to sustain it. Yes. And so I said, there has to be some divine connection coming up in here to respond to what the vision. So I want to just very quickly introduce you. You know that this is Eartha Shallow, who is Assistant Director, and then we have Ms. Hall, and you may want to say who you have. Of course, I know the famous, one of the best journalists in the world, Felicity Davil, with us, and she has been working with social services, even though she's at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas forever and ever, amen. So she has great institutional knowledge, and Ms. Cheryl knows who. You take it from there and say hello to the people in the Bahamas, and we want to let you hear from Ms. Chipman, mm-hmm. so that you can respond and see what you feel mm-hmm. you would want to do as a solution to the inner city community.
Sure. Well, certainly my pleasure to meet you finally. I do, as I was saying earlier, I have heard of your name and I've heard of the tremendous work that you are doing in the community. I know that it takes a lot, and it's particularly commendable that when the community people respect you enough or trust you, because that's a big thing, when people trust you enough to come to you with their problems, that others well for who you are, the persons in the community. In our capacity as a department and even as a ministry, we have the capacity to the extent possible. It's not a unlimited resources, but we're able to assist in some degree with some level of grant. But if you're formally registered, we are happy to say to you today, and I'm glad you came because you came in the right place. We're having an NGO meeting on the 14th of June to assist persons like yourself with registration, making sure that you're formally registered so you can get proper assistance, you see, and then you'll be able to properly assist persons who come to yourself, because let's face it, everybody do not want to come to formal institution. They prefer to come to informal people, persons like yourself, and we have to see you as social agents who are helping us carrying out the work. So I'd like for you to come. This is our Women's Desk and NGO coordinator right here, Ms. Knowles. We will do our best to ensure that we see how best we can register you and make recommendation to our permanent secretary, to our minister through the permanent secretary, that you be accepted as one of our NGOs, because we need people like her to identify. We don't have the resources. despite what people think, to be able to walk the community. We need social advocates in the community who are there living among the people and actually going in. And when we find people like yourself who are prepared to do the work, we have to make sure that we're standing shoulder to shoulder with you so that you can do the work. You can be our legs, our hand, and our voice within those communities. Okay, so we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all very much. We're going into the community now. Social services taking you into the people. So where we going? We're going down there to Milton Street, eh? And we're going to meet these two darlings. Thank you for joining us.
I definitely want to meet them, and I mean on a personal level, because I am, apart from just being the director here, I've been in outreach work all of my, almost say, natural life. I have a company called Charamana Productions, and we have been assisting persons, you know, in the community for a very, very long time. I come up from Angleton, okay, Anderson, Angleton, and my background would never allow me to feel that I'm so much up there that I cannot relate. So anytime I have an opportunity,
this is community.
I want to help people.
Amen. From the heart, compassion. That's what compassion does.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, compassion responds. Our director is responding like you responded. This must be the nation's response. We're in this thing together. We'll be back in a moment. This whole day has been very organic. It started with Ms. Kitty Chipman expressing her love, compassion, and concern, and sending me two very graphic videos with two elder statespeople in need. And the permanent secretary kicked right into action and said, listen, let's move on this now. And so we've met the assistant director and the social worker, and we were in the room planning how we are going to address, because this is a ministry of solutions. And sometimes perception is in conflict with reality because we don't have the opportunity to see the people who are working hard. And so this is what the minister, permanent secretary have mandated, that we go to the people. Today, one of the social activists, I call her humanitarian, has come to us because she was the one who sent me the WhatsApp this morning. And there's been a twist that we are going to allow her to inform the minister and the permanent secretary. And again, this was organic. The minister, I didn't know he was there. She asked for him. And, you know, we want to thank you so much. And I'd like you to give the minister an update on what motivated you and where we are right now.
Okay, today, Mr. Rota. I saw a video with her and seniors, and they're talking about love and stuff. And my community, a couple seniors who bedridden, they live in with no service, no current, no water, and sometimes like me and my aunties help them. So when I saw the video, I say, okay, so service doing something. So I reached out to Ms. Bartlett and I say, I like what you're doing. I have two videos emergency to show you right now. One bedridden, her name is Shirley Gibson. She goes 90 something, and she has some bad sores. So I went to Fleming Street Clinic. They come and take care now. Then Mr. Arlington Moore, he's like living, not sure of your current, but his old place. But he just died just now.
Oh wow.
He's going there. So he had a little hole here, cancer, and he fought too. Like he's outside. I was just laying outside. Can't walk like that. So when I saw the video, like saying no one would be checking for that, but I didn't know until I watched the video. And that's how I get to come in and contact her and start it.
So we wanted, like I said, she asked for you, Minister, And I just wanted to see the kind of cohesion that we have, and because I want you to know, Ms. Chipman, that the permanent secretary mobilized right away as the minute I informed her. And P.S., I don't know if you want to say anything. Isn't that a surprise to know that we were working minister? And so any comments from both of you as we go on the road, because we're going to still go there today now and speak to the family. Ms. Shallow and Ms. Hall already had a plan guided by Ms. Chipman of what we were going to do, how we were going to respond, but we're going to still meet with the family because the family was doing their best.
They waiting on you too.
They waiting on me too? Okay, so we're not going to disappoint them. We're going to go there, and I know you're going to follow us on this program. Since you can't be there with us, you'll see us in the next segment. But thank you, P.S., and we'll have the ministers have the last word.
Thank you for pointing it out. A lot of times on social media, we get the good sometimes, but we also get the bad and the ugly. And it doesn't matter how you present it. The point is that I always see that you present it, you know. You make sure that it comes front, right, and center. And people may not agree how it's done sometimes, but the point is that it has to come forward, and it's the only way we can bring about change. And so thank you for that, for doing what you were doing in your community, because when I was preparing to come to work, I opened up, I saw the message from her. I'm looking at the pictures, and I said, what am I looking at? And so she calls me, and we have a conversation. And so I said, okay, the only thing I can do is get to the director. It's not the administrative arm. It is the technical arm that can do this. And I ensured that the director was briefed, and she confirmed to me that she would have it looked at. And I said, listen, please send a suitable person because we want to have action. And this is something that we're trying to do in the ministry to support the department to make sure that there's a quick turnaround. Unfortunately, things don't always work like that. The public wouldn't understand that, but where we can do it, we support and we do it. So I'm happy in this instance that Ms. Shallow is going to go. Some of the areas that we're able to fix, I'm sure she probably would have told you what falls under us, that we can fix. Those that can't, then of course we don't work in silos. We have to work with our partner agencies or ministries that it may touch. I heard you speak about Fleming Street. That was an excellent move, because I mean, people don't do things these days without getting some type of pay. You know, you do it, some of us do it from the heart. You do it from the heart because you care for people. And so it's good that you made that connection. And it would be even better if more persons came forward to speak about, because from the show that we did, just so you saw it, people are pouring in and saying, look, that's unfair what we're hearing that they do to the old people, oh, this person. So you're starting to wake up, you know, that people could become aware, and that's what the purpose of the show is actually all about. The more we start to talk and educate, it's not only us with the resources, meager resources we have, but together as a community, we would be able to reach who we need to reach. So just to say thank you, and I'm sure Charlotte will brief us on the outcome of the visit and anything else that's coming in. We have our own policies, but aside from that, we are going to help as we can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kitty, again, I would just like to join the chorus. You and I have a working relationship where this ain't the first rodeo with her. She's known as the poor people fighter. And I am inundated with calls from her on a regular basis, sometimes for people in need in my community, but mostly in her community. I've never had a call from her requesting something for her. It's always to better the lives of others. And Kitty is one of quite a few individuals on social media. Peggy, Candace is one. There's some other personalities who attack me openly, but I'll give them credit that, you know, we may not be perfect, we may not agree on things, but Bahamians, they have a heart. Cindy Patrice Jackson, male and female, the late Rodney Monco gave out my personal number. Actually saw him the same day that he passed. And this is that The good thing about being in this ministry, Debbie, is that there are a lot of people like Kitty and Rodney and others who is always fighting for the betterment of others, the downtrodden, the more vulnerable. I said this a million times, this is not a sexy ministry, but it is a ministry where people have heart. And being here, the pleasure that Shallow and others in the ministry would have is these positive stories of Bahamians prepared to help members of society. Sometimes they're meeting for the first time for no other reason than wanting better for them. You know, so I thank Kitty, I thank the Bahamas at large, people on social media, private citizens who would call in and don't just offer complaints, but solutions. Yes. You know, if you were to follow Kitty and others, you would know that she has got a food program. Some of the time it's done through checks or vouchers. Sometimes it's done from personal cash from myself and others. And I'm not saying that to be, she's one of them, Minister, I need this. If you know Kitty, she ain't leaving until she get it. But you could see where her effort is going. You could see where her effort is going. And the government can't do it all. And so I'm very grateful to those Bahamians, some non-Bahamians who are prepared to assist the most vulnerable, the downtrodden in our society, because sometimes we take for granted what we're going to have for lunch or dinner, and I don't want to eat this, and you have some chickens crying for water to bathe in, while some chickens don't have water to drink. And so you can never say enough thank you. And it's in a world where negative stories seem to get all the attention, I think it's time that we point out the positives that is happening right in front of our eyes by ordinary people who are positively impacting the most vulnerable, the aged, those who have financial issues, some may have mental issues, and just doing their small bit. And if we all do a small bit, it adds up to much. So I just say thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
Minister, it's amazing what you just talked about. You talked about the late Rodney. And, you know, Rodney used to call me all the time too. He used to say, I am down here, and this woman doesn't have any breakfast. So you have these unsung heroes. And just like the Permanent Secretary talked about, that we follow Kitty Chipman. And I think the 2 points here would be, opportunity is always watching and evaluating you. And when you called and touched bases with me, it was, I know your reputation, your motive, your purity, and it confirmed now with the minister that he is a part, because sometimes we look at politicians or at permanent secretaries and just think we are stuck in an office that detached from how we feel and what we believe in, where in fact we are people who live in this community, and we all have somebody in our family that needs some help, and sometimes we need some help. So I just want to take this opportunity to extend condolences to Rodney Monko's family. You didn't, some of us you don't see. You didn't see me with Rodney Monko, but we had a great relationship, and he called me because I'm associate. I say, a consultant here, I'm not a technocrat, but you can see the circle of love and of support. And I just want you to take this opportunity to look at that camera, because we're on the way to the streets, and extend condolences to them. You just announced something. This just happened.
We just passed.
Barrington Road? Arlington Road. We were just about to go and see him. And I want to extend our condolences to Arlington Road. We're on our way to see you. And what do you want to say to them? And because when we come back, we are going to be with Arlington Road's family.
I want to condolence to the family. I explained it today. We've been shopping today. Actually, super value. We had some Insure, Dettol, some soap. And my chairman, Omar Thompson, gave him a couple dollars too. So at least I'm glad he said that he was there before he died today. You know what I mean? The family know there wasn't a fake thing. He was there earlier. And the chairman been there. So I'm glad people take the time to go today, not knowing he was going to die today. So I thank God for that.
Doesn't that make you feel good?
That's why we do the right thing.
Exactly.
That is why you do the right thing, because tomorrow is promised to no one.
Exactly. Omar Thompson, he's another outstanding Bahamian citizen. I didn't know he was your chairman. He's one of my sons. And he is a young man, another extraordinary man, an ordinary man doing extraordinary work. He is in charge of the singles community outreach for all single people in Baintown.
Centerville.
In Centerville, yes, in Centerville.
United Crime March.
And United, yeah, we work together, but we'll talk about it. We got to get him on another program. Okay, let's go down to Milton Street. We'll be back in a moment.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Have you heard about the Promise Unit? The Department of Social Services provides food assistance, housing assistance, uniform assistance, burial assistance, and financial assistance. Promise makes it easy. You can log on via cell phone, your computer, or your tablet. Sign up today at promise.gov.bs. Once you've registered and created a profile, you can call the Promise Customer Contact Center and speak with someone about any inquiries at 1-242-4-PROMISE. That's 242-477-6647.
Okay, I think we have this moment in time where we have an opportunity to give tribute to Uncle Arlington Road, Uncle Rusty. They said he had a heart of gold. And as his son just said, well, you know, even in his lack, even though he needed, he would give. So let's hear from them. What is your name and how do you remember Uncle Rusty?
I remember him good. My name is Reverend Clark, and I remember him good. He helped everybody around here. Keep the children. If you want no one to keep their children, he keep the children. Bring them right here. He feed them and everything.
From 1 to 5.
He don't say
1 to 5.
pay me or nothing like that.
No money.
Care them where we going, bring them back, they say.
That's excellent. And this is Uncle Roll's brother.
Terrence Roll.
Terrence Roll.
Yes, and how do you remember your brother?
A goldstone.
A goldstone?
A goldstone.
All right.
A man with that.
Yes.
He loved children. For heat, he feed the children first. He don't feed me.
Yep.
Never lie.
Yeah.
Kids first. Any size. 6, 5, 10. School bags.
Right.
You got them lying, they really have a heart of gold.
Right. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Well, again.
This is my beautiful daughter-in-law here.
This your dad?
He had 2 sons murdered. He 2 only sons.
Yes,
one was my boyfriend.
See this?
Your boyfriend?
Was his son? He got murdered a couple of years ago. We had 2 sons murdered. 2 only sons.
Oh, okay. So you sticking with your father-in-law? That's important. That's special. All right. So you know how this moment feels?
Yes, family.
Yes, family.
Family.
She just like she's family.
My daddy. Yes.
I always come in here.
Yeah.
And me, you know, check about Uncle Rusty.
Yes. So you called out to us for Uncle Rusty.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us what this means to you.
Are you happy? You know why I'm really happy? To know that this morning, how my chairman been here, he knows that we cared before he gone.
Yes.
And he's happy. You know, everyone come here, all the high-tech people in Power come and look for him.
Yeah.
This morning, you see, we've been shopping for him.
Yes.
All morning.
We've been so value.
Yeah.
We've been shopping.
Medicine, drinks,
That's all.
everything.
And sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now that he is transitioned, what can social services do?
Charlie.
What can social services? I want you all to get used to standing together, not standing apart. We building families in this country, okay?
Yeah.
And he needs your support now, and he say you're a good woman. And I want you to be a good man and a good husband for her and a good father for your child, huh?
And have one another back now.
And
Daddy
have
gone.
one another back. Daddy gone now.
Who's the man?
Yeah.
Who's the man?
Charlie.
Who's the man?
Yes. Yeah. So what? How can social services help you?
My daddy, like I said, the whole community of Lion is a good man. Everybody knows as Lion or Rusty, but his real name is Ellington Road. So I just want to I know he's a hard-working man. My lady don't wait. My family to support me on the best. I wish we also support to make sure that we have a nice home and a nice burial. And if you all could reach out to me and my family and help us with. I look at the shit of our host.
You want to do program? You want to know?
Yeah, Miss Shallow and Miss Hall, please come and let's listen and see what we can say.
Have them.
What we could come. We were planning. You saw them and met them before in our previous segments. As we said, this was totally unscheduled. Blame Kitty Chipman, who sent me these photographs that moved us into action right away. So you all know I like to be glam up on TV. You see me no makeup. I just came to be in the trenches today.
The trenches.
But I couldn't wait for makeup today. I had to just go ahead and do it. But I'm happy that we did it, and we are here because we are here to help this family. How can we help this family?
Usually, we would plan to come and conduct an assessment to see what his.
You see them in the city,
But now that the dynamics has changed, we will offer burial assistance if you so need us to assist in that.
Please.
Okay, and I heard you mention repairs with the house or whatever. Urban renewal, we would be able to assist with that aspect of it. Okay, and if it's food assistance, ongoing assistance that you would need, you can always come to us.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Look at this, Kitty Chipman, the poor people's fighter. Look at that. See, look here. This is where a lot of people are being helped from.
Yes, man.
Sometimes we in our churches, how many people?
Hey, right on, you is.
Yeah. How many people, those of us in the church?
Yeah, right on, come.
Really reaching out, making the sacrifices.
No, for now.
But even so, Miss Kitty recognized you.
All right. Yeah.
No, because sometimes we don't hear about the many people. Who are helping the neighbor. And I say, my beautiful grandmother, whom I love so much. I just remember Hugh and Hannah used to live just like how your home here. Hugh and Hannah was just adjacent like that. And what we used to do, and I remember the same thing. I remember the same thing with my grandparents. On my mother's side, L.G. Bethel, Leonard Bethel, Joanna Wilchcombe Bethel, They fed the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We helped. Well, when they make coconut tart, coconut cream. You remember them days?
My mother, when she baked bread, that's the only time she's scared to go to the yard.
Yeah.
Go carry that to Miss Burris. Carry that to Miss Susan. Carry a loaf there.
Right.
Carry a loaf. She showed, and then there's no nothing left for us. She said, don't let a box come from the island.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Everybody gave to this corner. Okay, get some of that box.
Exactly. And
then we learned to give from her and my daddy, so we learned that, you see?
Yes.
This is homestead and all that. Neighbor spring pan back there. My mother never went to the hospital.
Wow.
They had none of us, and they 6 of us.
Wow.
And all is born in the middle bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
In the middle bedroom in there.
Yeah.
All our children on the floor. You know, you put the newspaper there.
Right.
The midwife is to come.
Yeah.
You put the midwife over the well. Well and outside toilet and all of that.
Yes.
And we are still here.
That's it.
All us get married, but all us came back home here because my daddy said, this is for y'all.
Right.
Them man ain't got nowhere to put y'all in. He went in time, y'all could come back home right here.
Yeah.
And we all come back, you know. Yeah. Because it's 4 girls.
Right. Yeah. But guess what? He left you an inheritance.
Yeah.
He left you an inheritance in your attitude. He left you an inheritance in the building. And now I'm hearing that you are doing what your father did, your mother did, when most of us who our age did. And we got to bring the young people up and know the right way, the way what is represent our foundation. And that's why we're here to celebrate you and your son because and your mother and the son, because there are a lot of people just abandoning the elderly and leaving them and not looking back. So we all need help. So listen to me now. You turn her, you care for her. He trusts you so much. I asked him to be interviewed. He said, I can't move without her. That's a team. So what is it that and I want our social services leaders here to because we want to be practical. Let me say something. This you make change a friend or an enemy. This is a different way of what we're doing it, and we are hoping that you embrace this as change as a friend, because we have to get our boots on the ground. This is every Bahamian's business to make sure that the trajectory of the Bahamas, that what happens to our future, that we are stronger. We can't do it if our families are failing. If those people who pay the price to build this country and pave the way feel forgotten. Social services can't do it all by itself. So when we find people like Miss Kitty, who are trying, or Miss who, she don't want us, you ready to tell your name yet?
No, you gotta tell my name. Tell
your name.
Winifred. My name right there, Winifred.
Oh, that's your Winifred?
I'm Winifred.
So this Miss Winifred. And what we wanted to do here is highlight you and the son to say thank you for going the extra mile. You're an ordinary person doing an extraordinary thing. And we can't help as much as we want, but we're here representing in numbers with decision makers. We're the heartbeat of the nation, but the heart only gets stronger if we work together.
True.
And so we want to know practically, what is it that we can do practically to help your mom?
Right now.
And thank you.
Okay, right now, we want to change out her bed. She have a single bed. And she had a long time, the frame, the wheels, you know, the scotch tearing up the floor, and the mattress, you need to change the mattress and the box spring and frame.
You know, whole new bed.
That's very, single one. That's very important right now. But then she independence. She have independence. And she drinking her and Shaw and 100% juice. We shop. They don't let Ice make the decision on it. Like that. So in Shaw, the fence woman pull up. She ran medium.
That's all.
Yeah. She's used the Sauvlon. She don't use that all. The Sauvlon and things like that. And the bed bath. All the hospitals giving them. Y'all is to sign it up. She will sign up. The doctor, I have the doctor come to her. I have the doctor, the nurses come to her.
Fleming Street?
Yeah.
Fleming Street,
yeah. Fleming Street, yeah.
I have the doctors come to her, and then I arrange for them to come to her. So then she, the day they get the letter, I carry the social service. Social services approve it, but when you reach the hospital...
Which one? You went to Health Social Services on Robinson Road?
Yeah.
Okay.
First they was in there, they was on Collins, and then they start sending me there, so I just go there. Okay. But they signed for it. But when I reach the hospital, the supply, they don't have none. They don't have none. And I wouldn't say what they say with the government, so why they ain't got none, so... You know, so they don't have none for the outside. People say, oh, she have a pension, let her go buy them or let her try and buy them for her. So me, I ain't begging. So we have to sacrifice and go and get her those things. You understand? Because the hospital cut it off. Social service approve it now. Yeah, I ain't blaming y'all for that one. You're blaming the hospital for that one.
You can assist with purchasing the bed. The bed.
Okay.
I would need for you to get estimates, quotes for the cost of the bed. It's a single bed we're talking about?
Yeah, the single bed.
I need you to get 3 quotes from three different furniture stores.
Multi-discount, Donald's Furniture, Roberts Furniture, the fourth one. Palmdale Furniture.
Furniture Plus.
No, not Furniture Plus. I'm trying to give you the ones that the department work with.
Discount?
So,
no, the ones what they dealing with.
The ones that we work with. And they will pick the most reasonable one. Okay? Make sure when you go to carry IDs for her, national insurance card is a must.
Okay, yeah, she have them.
You need that. She has a passport and voter's card?
She have a passport, but they expired.
You get voter's card?
But she have voter's card, yeah.
Okay,
I just carry her to get a picture and not just, but...
Okay, carry the voter's card. And then ID and you can apply for her. Okay?
Well, that sounds good. Let me tell you, what is our wrap up here today? We got all kind of things. We got to go back to headquarters now, but Kitty, come join me, because listen, you started this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, she will have you all these corners.
Yeah. Yeah, you keep up the good work, but we're going to have, let me let the car pass here. Yes, we're going to have Miss Kitty. Guess what we did today? She's going to get her own NGO, so she's going to be authorized to receive funds. We're going to fast track it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Isn't that something?
Congrats. She's blessed, man. She's blessed.
Yes, all because...
She has a good heart.
She does.
Yes.
But all because she called us to help you. Isn't that how life goes?
Okay, today was quite an interesting day and quite productive, in my opinion. Having responded to the referral from Miss Chipman today, and we rallied around rather quickly to go and investigate and assess each situation that was reported to us, so we can see how best we can assist these persons who are in need. And indeed, you know, having the hands-on experience, it was wonderful. We got to meet a lot of persons in the community and to let them know that social services, we are here to help and assist in any which way we can, and we would become partners, okay, in the fight to assist persons as best we can, the poor, the downtrodden, those who are disenfranchised, and the elderly specifically.
Today for me was a heartfelt day. Just knowing that one of our seniors passed, Mr. Rowell, condolences to his family. It was very heartfelt. What else I could say? I just can't get over the fact that he passed in the midst of us going in and trying to assist. This is usually something that I would normally do. I'm a social worker, so I would see seniors throughout the day, every day, going into the community, seeing the best way I could help them and assist them, even if it's not providing the assistance we provide specifically, but I still do find ways and to assist and help. But today was a heartfelt day.
I want to thank you all very much for the work you all are doing, because service is really about love. You all come down into the community to see what's going on for yourself, to get first-hand information, and to feel people's pain, the struggles that they have. So I want to encourage you all to keep this up, and we could grow from this. We all need to come together and serve, and especially with Kitty, with her encouragement, what she's doing. She's doing an amazing job. I want to thank her so much. She deserves special thanks all along by what she's doing. What she does, and she don't have to do. She's doing it hard. Everything I learn and taking care of my mother, I learn from her. So I might as well say that's my partner.
Yes,
so I want to thank her, thank Social Services, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, the day was like, we faced reality today, and like we plan, this morning we had our plans out to visit Uncle Rusty. We call him Rania and Centerville, but his name was Arlington, bro. Like, it show you like things happen so fast. Like we was in the office planning to go there and visit him and to help him, and got a call that he passed away. So this today was a heartfelt day, but was a lesson to show you that you be here, you be making some plans, but God about the plans.
Yes, amen.
And I'm glad that we all was together to experience it. The only who feels it knows it. So today was a blessing and a lesson for me today. I
just want to echo what she's been my co-host. She's been good, hey. They say America got talent, Bahamas got talent. and I just want the world to know that the professionals in social services, they have a heart for the people of the Bahamas. We have some bad apples, and mediocrity should be overpowered by excellence. That we show what is stronger in our nation. And I think this is a whole lesson that when we help somebody else, Kitty Chipman came to ask for help for her aunt and her neighbor and her uncle. And she ended up being helped. Anything God asks us to do, there's something in it for you. It's purpose, that's right, Ms. Shallow. And the final thing I'll say, again, Miss Kitty hit it right on the head. Tomorrow is not promised to no man. We feel that sense of sadness that Uncle passed, but doesn't it feel good that we were in the boardroom planning, giving our best to come to you with a plan that is executionable, with solutions. We are doing solutions together. And so we are in the community with the people, and we are asking those of you who have not joined the community of family to help each other succeed, to strengthen family, that join us at Social Services, the heartbeat of the nation. I noticed something with the heart. Every artery, every organ comes through the heart, so that means we need all of us. Yeah, there's that connection between all of us. We can't afford to have a nation that's getting weaker. No. This is the best little country in the world. And I want to close with this program. Again, I want to repeat it, because we are going to go the extra mile for you. You don't want to say anything. You hear what he said? He said it all. He said it all. Partner, the Lord ain't going to leave you out either. But this is all about you today. Because of her. She told us all about you. You are not a family member, but a neighbor that is treating his mother like yours. Honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long. And I ain't say what kind of mommy, may not be the best mommy. But in that honor, in treating your mother and father with dignity, your surrogate mother, your blood mother, your blood father, your surrogate, when she treats uncle Like her father, there is a blessing in it for the giver.
Amen.
Thank you so much for watching. We are helping us move from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. Remember, social services, the heartbeat of the nation.
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.